What's up, guys? Welcome back to Modded RimWorld, playing in Fallville. For those of you that downloaded the save and are playing along with me, that is really awesome. I wanted to point out, because a comment was made about the video, the how-to video for setting this up, if you were using that. This mod is, like I said in that video, actively updated. So it was updated July 10th, so that would be yesterday, I think, for you guys. Yeah, this is still weird for me. So yeah, the day I'm recording this is when it was updated. But it should still be fine to use. There wasn't a lot changed in that. It was just like one small tweak, if I remember correctly. So if you're doing it late, then that's fine. The save should still work. Everything should still be fine. So yeah, quite a few of you have said that you would like to be in the colony, and I have you guys put down. I'm sorry I didn't like announce that I was gonna put you guys in the colony to begin with. It's just I wasn't necessarily planning on doing it. And Smokey Dan here asked if he could be in the colony, so I was like, sure, why not? But in the future, I guess for future reference, I'll put you guys in the colony. So I have a list of people that I'll add once we get some new recruits coming in. But yeah, in the future, whenever we start a new game, you guys can let me know, and I'll have a list, and I'll pick you guys to make you in the game. All right, we need a research project. So let's get one of those going. All right, so if you're new to this, and I'm pretty much new to this, I'll read through all these because it's been a while since I've read through all of them. I think I'm probably going to go for construction first. That is what I typically like to pick. Construction and then power, or not power, but security is what I like. So first up, we have Agriculture 1. Learn the basics of agriculture on this new world, allows the growing of new crops which are native to this planet, unlocks the ability to cultivate corn, rice, and strawberries, also unlocks fences to keep those pesky critters away from your crops. Yes, animals do eat your food in this game, so I've seen it. A spider came up and ate one of my meals once. It was rude. So the fences, they sound pretty neat. I've never actually built any of them, though. I personally think this is silly, not from like a research perspective. It's good to get it, but I just think it's silly that like we can do space travel, but we don't know how to plant corn. It's always weird to me, and I always make fun of it, so it's probably going to get a little old. I'm sorry about that. Next up, we have Construction 1, which is what I'll be going with first. Learn the basics of putting the raw materials of this planet to good use. This technology unlocks the ability to construct robust structures using metal bars and stone blocks. So this will let us turn our stone chunks into stone blocks as well as sand, and it'll also let us be able to turn our steel ore into steel bars. You can't actually build stuff out of steel ore in this game other than like the first few starting things. But you can't build like turrets or power generation out of steel ore. You need the bars. So that's what we're going to be getting, but I'll go through the rest of these real quick. Crafting 1. Learn the basics of crafting useful materials from this harsh environment. This unlocks the ability to craft cigarillos and cigars, and grow cotton and devil strand, and craft it into useful cloth. Power 1. Learn the basics of power generation to help your colonists survive in this harsh climate. This advancement unlocks conduits, lights, the steam generator, and the wind turbine. Also unlocked are the glassworks, cook stove, and items to assist with temperature control. So power is typically the third thing I go for. It kind of depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll go crafting and then power, but I recommend, or not crafting, construction. I recommend getting construction first because you need steel bars for a lot of stuff. So you might as well go ahead and get that going first. And next up we have Security 1. Not only does it appear that the planet's environment is trying to kill you, but hostile creatures and raiders are as well. Learning the basics of security will allow your colonists to create a manned turret to help fend off these nasty attacks. So yes, this lets you build manned turrets. One thing that's actually really cool is we have a pacifist. We have Z here. She can't do combat, but she can man a turret and fire at people. So if you have a pacifist in your colony, manned turrets are a great way to get them in combat. I almost said great. Last, we have communications. This allows colonists to construct a communications trade beacon so they may interact with other colonies. Again, I recommend Construction 1 first. I know we're starting with a lot of steel bars, but it's going to open up the ability to craft using stone blocks, and then after that we'll get some security so we can get a manned turret down. We'll follow that up with power so we can get some power generation going, and we'll already have a good amount of steel bars to do it from. I'm kind of honestly talking myself into not doing crafting or construction first. We're going to do it though, just because that's what I'm used to. And I totally wink wink meant to not give us any silver. But yeah, Ghost made a good point. If you guys wanted to play this but didn't want to necessarily start here, how I ended the last episode, what you can do is, I believe the link I gave you guys, the zip file, it has the prepare carefully preset that I made in it, and then it's also got the world, so you can load in the world. You can, once you create your colony, just pick the spot. I'll show that again real quick in case any of you forgot or need to see it again. We are at 43.20 degrees east and 18.67 degrees north. We're down here in the southwest section of this desert. Puppy is grumpy. We're in the forest down there. So yeah, you can pick your AI, and then load the preset once you go into prepare carefully, and it'll give you these colonists with what I told them to start with. And you know what? I'm honestly glad we didn't start with any silver. It's going to make us have to work a little bit harder. We're going to have to do a little bit more trading, and it'll keep our spending down to 0 because we can't afford anything. But yeah, I like it. We need to start building things. Wow, that is amazing. 2 wanderers join, like, at the same exact time. A villager named Drang has arrived and is joining the colony. She is a veteran marine. A villager named John has arrived and is joining. He is a space hunter. Let's jump to John over here. Alright, John the Huntsman. Character-wise, incapable of intellectual, that's fine. We already have a researcher. He's a psychopath, psychically dull, and a green thumb. Those skills, he's got to have something wrong with him. He is completely fine. Oh my goodness. Shooting skill is super high. Melee is solid. Cooking skill is huge. And that crafting skill of 9, that is insane. Oh my goodness, John. Alright, well, we're going to put him to work. Let's check out Drang up here. Sergeant Major. Health-wise, dementia, cataracts, bad back, and frail. So that kind of balances out John a little bit. 79 years old. Melee skill of 13. She's a cannibal, slowpoke, and trigger happy, and capable of carrying. Crafting skill is huge, which is great. You need a lot of crafters in this game. If you're using the Prepare Carefully mod, I believe you can have up to 10 colonists to start with. So if you would like to do that to make your start really quick and simple, just make sure you're not using points, and then you can keep adding colonists all the way up to 10. But yeah, crafting, it's great that we're getting so many crafters. That's really awesome. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. And apologies, but I already forgot the names of the people that I was supposed to put in. I have a list open, but the way I'm recording, I can't see that list right now. If I go, it'll cancel the recording. John, what are you doing? Oh, you're sleeping over here. Well, let's go ahead and let's set up some sleeping spots for the 2 of you. Set up 3 more of them. We will go over to you, wake you guys up. You have a pickaxe? What did you come with? You came with a pickaxe, fine meal, shirt, shoulder pads, and trousers. You came with a rifle, sunshades, a poncho, fancy pants, and stable hand, trousers, and a fine meal. Well, that's going to help immensely. I still need to set up this stuff right here. But I think everything's going fine. So I'm tempted to just leave it because things are all getting done. Actually, nothing's getting done because we don't have anything to get done. We need to do a bit of planning right now. And I think what we're going to do is actually plant some more potato seeds. Not any of this. This isn't what I need. We need this growing zone. We're going to plant some more potato seeds. So this is a 5 by 7. We're just going to double it. Yeah. We're going to double that field because we have almost twice as many colonists, and I want to make sure we have enough food. So yes, this is going to be our little entry hull. I don't know if it's going to stay this large. I might take Ghost's suggestion and have a a large entry hall. Thinking like maybe dwarven style great hall coming in, and then off to the sides I'll probably put in the storage areas, something like that. We'll do it. I'm liking the 21. Yeah, we'll do that. I know this is a lot of work, but they are literally not doing anything else. Research is getting done really fast. This mining should get taken care of really quickly. You guys can mine too. Boots, the miner. She is a professional miner. Was she a professional miner? She is the pro miner. Alright. I believe, as for the characters, and I'll check my my little sheet afterwards, but I believe the first person that was going to get added was it Rabbit Jake, I want to say? That sounds correct. I'll have to check though. I'll check and make sure at the end of this episode. Apologies if I'm getting it wrong. I will fix that later. Visitors are coming nearby, and I believe the next person specified that they would like to have been a male, so I think that's going to make happy. I think that's going to make this person happy. So apologies, Happy, if you're not super content with your person, but you are now Milzaria Happy Crawley. Congratulations, you have dementia, cataracts, bad back, and frail. Now that that's happened in a video game, it should never happen in real life, so I pretty much just saved your life right there. That's what's going on with that. You are set for the future. You do not need to worry about any sort of illness. Which, you know, I think that's a nice thing I just did. We are saving lives. Look at how fast you guys are getting this stuff done. That's awesome. Starting with this many people is OP. I've never actually played on Phoebe Basebuilder. This is really nice, actually. So yeah, let's keep planning some stuff. And Hunter, I didn't forget you. Alex, you will be put in the game on the next mail. I believe Rabbit Jake. I'm like 99.9% positive that was the name. Off to the side, I think I wouldn't mind having something like... we're going to have some nice hallways in this area, and then we're going to do connector rooms that are probably going to be fairly large, maybe like 5x5s or something like that, or like 5x7s, where we can fit some turrets in, something like that. But I think up front here, I would like our food storage near the front entrance, so maybe we'll start off with something this big, and then we can eventually expand that down this way and over a little bit, and then we'll have our kitchen area over here. We don't need this large of a kitchen area, I don't think, but we're gonna go with it. You know what, we're not gonna go with it. We're gonna do this. We'll move this over a little bit, and then we will do this for our kitchen area. I would prefer if it went over like that. One more, and we did this. Okay, we're gonna start with this for our kitchen area, and in fact I'm gonna bring it down one more, that way we can have a little connector hallway right here, and then over here we'll have our probably entrance into this area. That way they can get all that stuff set up easily. All of the torches went out, but as you guys can see, we have some lovely glowing mushrooms, which are super duper fancy in my opinion. Research isn't getting done because we need all this stuff done, and I promise I'll set up these work priorities, the manual priorities, off camera at the end of this episode. That way you guys don't have to sit there and see me do a bunch of clicking with numbers. But I will show you guys how I set it up afterwards. We've hit some steel, which is going to completely ruin my plans entirely. Vein miner. Can't do it because that's already set to get mined. Hopefully it doesn't go past this section. I'll honestly be probably a little salty. I think this room we're probably going to leave with these stone walls. I know these rough stone walls aren't actually nice looking according to them. They're a beauty penalty. They're all -2s. But I like that look. We'll probably replace walls in the future. But for right now, ooh, that is gonna completely destroy my plans. So this was not the beauty meter. This was 21. This will make it 23. So we need all of that mined out as well. So we'll do this. And we'll bring you over there. So that will be the end of that hallway. Okay. Sorted. Yeah, sorted. Okay. And I think what we're going to end up doing is making some sort of like hallway shenanigans sort of things for temperature. Since we're going to need coolers to cool this off, I'll probably make a little hall somewhere in the middle right here. And then we can vent it and then use it to warm up our Great Hall area. And then possibly, depending on how much heat there is, possibly even another side over there. I'm trying to decide how we would do that. I don't really want our living quarters this far up. I would rather have the living quarters back here perhaps, and this be a crafting area. So I think that's what we might set up. We might set up another identical room like this over there. How do we want to do this? This looks like the middle. No. This looks like the middle. That is the middle. So I think we'll have the Great Hall area or crafting area come up this way. So it'll come up through here, and then we'll have a, I know it'll make hauling a little more difficult, but we'll have this sort of, we don't need it that big. We'll have this little area as just like a connector type area, and then we can branch things off. We can have like a stockpile up here perhaps, or over here, and then we'll have crafting this way. And these connectors will just be in case anyone actually makes it through. There will be turrets in this room, so it will be kind of kill boxy. But in case anyone makes it through, we'll have areas where we can engage the enemy and funnel them through. So that's why I'm doing these sort of connector areas. So I'll have the crafting area come off this way. We'll have our storage up in this area. We'll have little silos for it. So crafting, not sure how big of a haul we're going to use. Maybe a 9. We're actually going to need a much bigger haul in this game because of how much crafting there is. But to start off with, we're just going to mine out a little area. Maybe we'll try something like that, because I know there's a lot of crafting in this. So all of that got mined out, and I would like to start getting some of this mined out. This vent area won't actually work because of how I set it up. I can run it around behind and then vent it in up here. Like, put the vent here, and then have this come around like this. Yeah, and then that'll keep this room warm, and it'll hopefully keep this room warm as well. So it'll be something like that. So for right now, I would like to get some of this mined out. That way we can have storage area for our food, as well as getting our kitchen mined out with a hull connecting them. Whoa, that autosave ruins everything. Alright. Everyone's sleeping. Should have got some leather. Really should have got some leather. We're getting some potatoes though. And we have some salads made. Excellent. We actually need to make more salads, I believe. Do until we have 5. Do until we have... Actually had it set up for 5, which we only had 5 people. That's pretty nice. I like to keep it about double what we have. That way they don't have to cook every single time someone eats a meal. So, Rabid Jake. Rabid Jake looks like a boss. Kind of reminds me of like a... not necessarily a raider, but like a wanderer from maybe the Fallout universe. Something like that. Just how he's set up gear-wise at least. Got the metal shoulder pads, the urban shirt. Rocking that pickaxe. I wonder if that pickaxe actually gives him a bonus to mining. Yes, a 20% mining speed increase. That is huge. That is awesome. That is also huge. This is full of rocks now, which is to be expected. Haul things, all the things. Look at all that stuff getting done. Z doing some work. Everyone working together. This is going quite nicely. Planks we're full on planks actually. We've struck compacted plasteel. That is again ruining all of my plans. If I cancel this and do vein miner, how big are you? Oh my goodness. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. I can't remember how big a trade depot area is. I believe it's 15 by 7. And it wouldn't hurt to have trade beacons in here. So 7, 15 is down to there. So we'll eventually have an area roughly this big. Okay, so that'll be fine. So we need to change this up a little bit. We'll have it just go all the way out here to the middle. Okay, you guys keep working on whatever you're doing. They're actually sleeping right now, I'm sure. Okay, that should work out. That'll be fine. I know we have a lot of stuff planned. Thankfully, I haven't told anyone to do anything, because then everyone would hate me. What is this stuff? Packaged survival meals. Okay. Let's remove these plans right here. That makes the ground look so much nicer already. Oh yes. And this Modpack does have temperature, I believe, like ducts that you can use for cooling and stuff. So we may not even need this funnel. I know people do this in vanilla. I haven't done it before because I've never needed to. Because I typically don't build in caves. I typically build houses. Z, were you just playing with the dog? It's kind of nice. Z, can you clean? Z can clean. What are you doing? You're just wandering? I feel like maybe you should be cleaning. Can we do anything for joy for you guys? Ooh, we can actually get a lot of... Ooh, that's nice. Some of this stuff's really new. A wooden go table, a wooden reversey table, a card table, and a reading table. Some of this stuff's really cool. We need a pile of books to make that. We need 1 cloth and 100 wood planks to make this card table. Reversey table we can make. A go table. I kind of want to make the go table, honestly. Let's do that. Let's make a go table. This is going to use most of our wood up. Actually, I really want the card table. But the go table in the beginning will be pretty good. We'll just put it right here, I guess, for right now. With perhaps a stool. A couple of stools so people can play. And then we will need to chop down some trees. That will need to get done. We need more torches. Let's have them chop down trees. Chop wood. Get some of this wood up. Or down, rather. Get some torches going. Did they even get built? Yeah, they got built. They're just gone already. No? What is that? No, that's slate. Okay, yeah, they burnt out. I know it's not possible, but I would love if there was a way to set the torches to automatically get rebuilt. I think that would be awesome. Let us cancel this plan right here. We will remove these plans, and I'll go ahead and tell these guys to haul this stuff away. And then we can actually, you know what? I'm going to cancel these mining orders right here. Not those. These mining orders. We'll eventually get that dug out, but for right now I want them to finish off the kitchen area as well so we can move this stuff over. Planks, I'm going to change the bill to go until we have 150 of them. And then this stockpile storage, I will copy it. We will zone new stockpile as soon as Smoky Dan finishes that one little piece of plasteel. Come on, Smoky Dan. Come on, Smoky Dan. You're on the spot, buddy. You're slacking. You're slacking. Just headbutt it. Your bad luck's long lost son. You can do it. You gave up. Oh, you gave up. Let's paste the settings in. So that should be set up for just food, seeds, and medicine will make you critical. And we will rename you the pantry. Pantry. Playing on Phoebe Basebuilder is nice. It really is. I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. I do enjoy having to like struggle and fight for our lives occasionally, but on the other hand, sometimes it is nice to just build a colony. And since we're using this mod pack where there's so much stuff in it that I've never actually experienced, I'm excited to actually get through it and start experiencing some of this stuff. And like I said in the last episode, later on we can always change the difficulty up whenever we so choose. I'm going to go ahead and delete the stockpile. Now that I think about it, I should have just made the hall here and then mined out this area first. That way it would have been closer to the kitchen. And once we get some more wood, we will build some tables over here for them to eat at. Perhaps some sort of rounded table. That would look quite nice. I wish there was a way to copy bills. That would be great. Man, I can't believe how lucky that was. I've never seen two wanderers join at the same time. That was really cool. Glass is okay out here. Our wood planks are taking a little bit of damage, but it should be fine. Let us extend our stockpile to right there as well. We will haul things away, and then they'll start chopping down some trees, hopefully. Plant cutting, no one is set to plant cut. Everyone is set to plant cut. When this episode, whenever I wrap it up in a couple minutes, I'll probably go through and set everyone's priorities up. But they're actually getting stuff done so fast that I honestly don't really mind leaving them be. That lightning just struck the mountain. Rude. So I'm thinking for this area we'll have this first section sort of kill boxy. We'll have pillars throughout to kind of break up line of sight. That way we can use them for hardcover. So perhaps this section for turrets, we'll have a few pillars in the middle, maybe like 4 or so. This section will be dining, and then we'll branch up over here. This whole area will be stockpiles. This area will be our crafting section, and then we will do another one of these little corridor sections right here. And then we'll branch off from there and have maybe like a clinic area, hospital type area somewhere over here. Wrap this around to maybe have our housing area somewhere over here. I'm still not sure if I want to do the sleepy pod type thing. The little single wide 1x4 rooms with just a bed in them and a vent to keep them cool or warm. I'm not sure if I want to do that or give them proper rooms. We have a really large mountain where we could give them some nice rooms. I think maybe in the beginning we'll use little 1x4s and then we'll move all of our new colonists in there, and then as we progress we'll try to build some nice luxury style rooms in our, what I'm going to call our dwarven fortress. Not even referencing the game Dwarf Fortress, but you know, dwarves like digging in mountains and I like dwarves. Dwarves are awesome. They are way better than elves. Elves can suck it. I guess unless you're a girl. I know that sounds super sexist, but I would imagine that girls would tend, or females would tend to enjoy elves more than they would dwarves. Dwarves are, you know, crude and bearded and awesome. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. None of it's relevant to RimWorld at all. A door would be good in here. We have 766 wood now. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm not going to be building out of wood planks because personally I don't like the color of it. This like weird pastel sort of yellow. I don't really like it. So I'll be using pretty much just stone doors and regular wooden doors. I'm going to put a door there because we're going to need it to keep in any sort of AC once we get that set up. Even though it'll be a little while. But it will eventually get set up. I would like to get some more torches in here perhaps. Maybe beavers. Why would they do this to me? Jump to the beavers. All right. No, just the beavers. Okay, hunt them all. Hooray. Alright, well, I think that's probably going to wrap up this episode. We did a lot of mining. We got some people in, and again, I'll make sure the names are okay. Rabbit Jake is the only one that I'm a little, like, 0.9% or 0.1% uncertain about. But it's awesome. We got 2 new colonists this episode. Planned out some of our base. We have a better idea of what we're doing. We're growing some potatoes. We have lots of rocks that we can eventually use for our crafting hall. We'll probably have one silo up here dedicated to just slag chunks and rocks. But yeah, I feel like this was a pretty productive episode, a really relaxing, laid-back episode, and I really like that. Don't know why the game was paused. I always like pausing the game at just random times for pretty much no reason. Smokey Dan is being a little grumps right now. He's sad because he's really hungry, and we don't have any food. You guys ate all the survival meals already? You guys are fat. Are there survival? We can eat them. Are there berries? I'm looking for survival meals right now. Are those wargs? They're RimWolves. Okay. A little scary. Little scary. Aha. Survival meals. Okay. They're going to have to go for a little walk this morning and get their breakfast, but I think they'll be alright. There's a little bit of steel up here that I didn't grab. We really need a much larger planting area, but I want to keep a reserve of about half of our seeds. People are set up to hunt, right? Yes, we have lots of people set up to hunt, so those beavers should go down really quickly, and then we're going to get them butchered up really quickly. Rabbit Jake is pickaxing the alpha beaver. I think I'm going to, after he finishes that beaver, I'm going to turn him off hunting. Oh my goodness. Everyone is grumpy and firing at things. Boots, do not hit Smokey Dan. I know it's a terrible idea to have this many people hunting at once. There are more survival meals, or a little group of them, or one of them. Go about your business. Rabbit Jake is gonna be butchering. Smokey Dan doesn't even care that he's being chased. These beavers. Smokey Dan playing Ring Around the Rosie with the alpha beaver. Happy. Going back out there to do some stuff. You guys are just tearing through everyone right now. I'm gonna turn Rabbit Jake off of hunting until he gets a weapon. And this is set up to make some jerky, right? Yes, it is set up to make jerky. So that will get taken care of soon as well. Like I said, I'll set up the manual priorities. Boots is gonna need to hopefully win. Don't lose to the alpha beaver. Can you haul that in? And you know what? While I'm thinking about it, we will set up some sleeping medical spots. We'll have plenty of leather to make some beds. But for right now, these guys will be set to medical. Yeah, everyone should live. Everyone, yeah, I'm gonna undraft everyone so they actually go heal them. Do the doctor thing. Everyone do the doctor thing. Yes, there we go. Alright, that's gonna wrap up this episode. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully if you're playing along, your colonies are going just as well as mine. Or ours, rather, because this is everyone's colony. Yeah. That's going to be it for me. As always, thanks for watching, and have a good one.